Hey everyone. So, man, I was looking at the Woolworths thing that's been going on because I'm a little bit late to the game. I don't really look at the news. For the most part, I actually really hate the news because most of it's all just brainwash garbage. But that's another topic, man. The Woolworths thing, right? Okay, so this is honestly a prime example uh, of why people just don't want to work. Okay, this is honestly a perfect example, man. Um, so 1,500 workers, right, who get paid absolutely jack shit, right? That's to put it nicely, right? Because that's the truth, right? They take advantage of people, meanwhile they profit, billions of dollars per year. Um, so 1,500 workers go on strike, which I think is, it sucks, but it's hilarious knowing that they're losing so much money in the process, right? But the most disgusting thing I find is the fact that they're willing to lose 50 million when they could have just paid their workers an additional amount of money that would have made them happy in the first place, and then you wouldn't have to go through this process of, you know, everybody else who needs to go shopping or everybody else that, is working, for example, and wants to just get paid better. You wouldn't have to go through that if you just paid better in the first place. But because you're just too much of a greedy, disgusting corporation that you are, you'd rather lose $50 million in profits. It's just such a backwards way of thinking. So, apparently, I think they wanted, so that they're saying here that they were aiming for a 38 an hour wage target, which is honestly, very reasonable, in, now day and age, right? Very, very reasonable, right? Um, let's just say that these guys get paid about $60,000 a year, maybe 58 to 60, right? That's what I'm assuming, because that's what I looked up in regards to how much do warehouse workers get paid, right? And apparently, because I was reading the other article, what did it say? It says that they had come to an agreement, right? So United Workers Union, I think, or something like that. I don't know. They sought pay increases in excess of 25% over 3 years. And it says here that a statement from the SDA released says that the final agreement delivered to workers included a 12.84% wage increase. And let's just say this, not in 1 year, right? Over 3 years, bro. So, am I misunderstanding this, right? Am I misunderstanding something here? 12.84% over 3 years. So I did a bit of math. It comes down to around 4% a year, 4.28% a year, right? If you're doing it over 3 years. I mean, logically means that you'd only be increasing it about 4.28% per year. So if the average person is getting paid $60,000, right? And then I did some more maths because I'm really shit at maths. Then they're going to make an extra $53 a week, bro. $53 a week. They've come to an agreement. But hey, man, don't forget this part. I should have mentioned this. Woolworths are so generous. They're so generous that they even decided that they're going to give their workers, right, $1,000 cash up front. So generous, man. So generous. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. There's more. And a $500 upfront gift card. And a $500 gift card for the next 2 years. Oh, so generous. Oh, can do so much with that $500 gift card that I'm assuming that it'll be spent only in their store. I'm going to assume that $500 gift cards are going to be only able to be spent in their stores or their chains, right? So essentially the money's going back in their own pockets. Who would have knew? Back into the pockets of the you know, all the fucking food and shit that they rip off all the farmers, because the farmers get none of it, right? It's all Woolworths and Coles, you know. It's just honestly disgusting. And you know what's even sadder is that like they made a joke of these people, man. They made such a joke of these people to the point where like they tricked them into thinking that they're gonna get like some, 12.84%, because people don't read the fine prints, right? But the reality is, it's like they're only going to get like 4% increase per year and a little bit of measly cash up front, which won't cover the cost of anything, right? But there's more to it. There's more to it. Apparently, this is to do with AI surveillance, right? So get this, they pay you shit all like most places do, but then they want to like surveillance on you. They want to put surveillance on you, right? They want to monitor you, right? They want to make sure that that you're not falling behind, and that they're squeezing every little bit of productivity out of you until you're basically nothing left, right? Because that's what they do. They suck the life out of you because they're parasites. They're parasites, right? So these parasites suck the life out of you. They give you nothing in return. They give you like sweet fuck all in return. And when you complain, right, they'll give you a couple of $500 gift cards and an extra couple of grand a year, which equates to around $50 a fucking week, which is nothing, dude. It's honestly just an insult at this point, man. But apparently, the workers were sick of the whole AI performance management system they've got there. A punitive or punitive performance management system. I don't know if I said that word right. Okay. But Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit. See, you pay people shit all, and then on top of that, you monitor them and you punish them if they're not quick enough or if they're not productive enough. Meanwhile, you pay them absolutely sweet fuck all. That's honestly just disgusting, man. And I'm fully in support of the workers just going on strike. I wish they would go on strike longer. I don't even buy shit from Woolworths anyways. It doesn't affect my life. It does not affect my life. I think most of us can collectively agree that we hate these supermarket monopolized fucking pieces of shit corporations. Okay, I think that we can all collectively agree that we just don't like these disgusting, despicable. I really dislike them, man, because it's 2024. Everybody's struggling. Like everybody, is really having a lot of financial hardship, right? And things are ridiculously overpriced as it is, and then you've got assholes like this that just not only do they pay you nothing, but they monitor you on top of that, and they punish you if you're not productive enough. Literally, the people that have just proven that they carry your fucking entire corporation, and that without them you're literally nothing. Hence, you lost $50 million in a short time, which I'm very happy about, by the way. I'm very happy that they lost $50 million, because they deserve it. But hey, you know what? In the end of the day, it'll probably be the workers that will suffer for it, right? They think they've won, but you don't win against these people, man. The only way you win is to, boycott them. Stop buying from them. Stop supporting their businesses. Stop working for them. Okay, this is the only way that you win against these corporations, man. There's no other way to beat them, right? Just stop. Go find somewhere else. Go and work for somebody that values you, which in this day and age is obviously very hard to come across, right? So yeah. Yeah, congratulations on your $1,000 upfront cash payment and your $500 gift cards. And by the way, it won't be a cash payment. It'll be transferred into you and you have to pay tax on top of that. Okay? And yeah, I just think it's honestly disgusting. Disgusting, really, it is. Really disgusting companies. Yeah, look, I probably didn't read completely into it. I just was, browsing the articles and stuff, but man, it's just honestly just it really infuriates me, man. Um, that they will fire you over anything, man. They will fire you over anything. Doesn't matter how small it is. Doesn't matter how much of a big deal it is. Even if you eat the food that's fresh, that's been thrown out in the bin, if you take that food, it'll be considered theft, right? And they'll have you charged for that, even though they're throwing that shit out in the first place, right? I got a story behind that, dude. I got a story behind that. I'm going to share it in my next video, because this video I'm just keeping it short. But I got a story behind eating food that is going to get thrown away, and it's not as bad as it sounds, trust me. But I'm going to tell you what happened in the next video, because that's the one event that just completely put me off wanting to work for these disgusting companies, man. This is the one biggest thing, right? When I was young, okay, back when I was like 16, 17 or something, man, I got a story, bro. I got a story. It'd be a very short story, but I got a story, man. But yeah, these companies, man, they're just disgusting. Yeah, this just really completely put me off, wanting to have jobs and wanting to work and all that shit. Just because of that one thing. But yeah, anyways, I don't think that there was much of a win here. There just wasn't really a win at all in this regard. I hope that they, stop their stupid AI monitoring and their surveillance and all that other bullshit. But I'm sure that they'll find other ways to sneak it in that's not so obvious, right? They already have people, locked out of their way of leaving, man. Like if you don't, if you, God forbid, you might, put your item in the wrong area after you scan it, and then you get locked in by the gates and shit. What if somebody's having an emergency? Like what if, oh, but the companies have to protect all their things from getting stolen. Well, you know what? Maybe people wouldn't steal if you didn't fucking overprice the shit out of everything in an already failing economy, in an already really difficult time that we live in. Maybe if you didn't overprice everything, maybe people wouldn't feel the need to steal. Maybe if you paid people better, maybe that they would have enough money where they wouldn't feel the need to steal things. And honestly, I don't blame people for stealing shit, man. Honestly, I don't. I think that, if you're going to take advantage of people, if you're going to be a disgusting corporation that you are, and underpay your workers, and just take advantage of people, and take advantage of your customers, and overprice everything, pay the farmers, pay everyone else nothing, then you deserve to get ripped off in return. You deserve to get stolen off in return, in my opinion. Honestly, you really do. Just a trash corporations. I really hate them. I really despise them. I think that they should treat their people better. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end this video here, and yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Kept this one very short, so yeah. Anyways, peace out.